Hello guys, Softony here and welcome to this brand new After Effects tutorial. In today's video we will be creating abstract gradient typography without using any third-party plugins. So hit that like and subscribe button and let's jump straight into After Effects and see how to create this cool looking scene. Alright, we're here in After Effects and first, like always, let's create new composition, Control or Command plus N or this little icon. This is gonna be like usual final composition, 9020 by 1080, 30 frames per second and duration 10 seconds long. Now hit OK and let's create background, go right click, find here new solid layer, I will rename this one to background like usual, 9020 by 1080, hit OK and then go here in the effects and preset and find ramp effect. If you can't find effects and preset option, just go window and you will find it here. Now type ramp effect, drag and drop onto the background layer and here let's make a few adjustments. For the start of the ramp, go upper left corner, end of the ramp lower right corner, and for the first color let's type here this number 14008B, hit OK. And for the second color, let's type here 0036FF. As you can see now we have two different shades of blue color. Hit OK and now let's close this effects control for now. And let's create our text layer, go here on this little icon again. This is gonna be text 01. I will do here 950 by 180, hit OK. Hit Ctrl plus T or go on this little icon. I will do random text, typography, like so. Make sure to align this text here on this align option, center it. If you can't find align option, just go window and you will find it here. Just make sure when you're typing your text that your text is all the way on the boundaries of the composition. For this one we can do maybe 210, something like this. Align it again to the center. And now let's import this text 01 here in the final composition. Okay, now our next step is to pre-compose this text 01. Go right click to pre-compose. Make sure to move all attributes into the new composition. This is gonna be text 01 plus elements and then hit OK. Open up this new composition and then hit Ctrl plus K to lower down the size of the composition. Instead of this full HD, type here 500 by 500. And then hit also OK. Let's add a few effects here on this text 01. Go in the effects and preset, find ramp effect again, drag and drop onto the composition. For the start of the ramp, go somewhere like here, end of the ramp maybe to around here. And for the first color, let's find here maybe pinkish color or something like this. OK. And for the second color, let's do maybe this type of blue color. Now hit OK and go here in the effects and preset again, find motion tile effect, OK, drag and drop onto the composition and for the output width and output height type here 800, OK. Let's add our next effect, this is gonna be drop shadow, OK, drag and drop onto the composition and for the softness just type here 5. We have already added 3 effects, now let's add our next effect, this is gonna be wave warp effect. OK, drag and drop here also on the composition and for the wave height let's type here 100 and wave width 1000. Something like this. For the wave speed instead of 1 type here 0.5. OK, and now it's time to add next effect, find turbulent displays, drag and drop here on the text 01 and for the amount let's type here 100, size 350. And for the final effect, let's add also CC lens effect, drag and drop onto the composition again. And for the size, maybe to leave it to around 50. And for the second option, I will type minus 200. And as you can see, now we have this cool wavy movement of our typography text. What you can do next is to scale it down just a bit, maybe to around 90% or 95% according your needs. Okay, now let's go here in the final composition. I will close this text 01 plus elements and let's add a few effects on this text 01 plus elements composition. Go here in the effects and preset, find motion tile again, drag and drop onto the composition, and here let's also type 800 by 800 for the output width and height. Okay, now let's add our next effect. This is gonna be drop shadow, also drag and drop onto the text 01 plus elements, and for the distance let's type here maybe around 20, and for the softness go to around 200. Okay, now let's add glow effect. Okay, drag and drop also on the composition, and for the glow threshold let's type here 95, glow radius 85, and glow intensity let's leave it to 1. Okay, now let's animate our text 01 plus elements composition. Go here at 0 frames, hit P for position, set up the first keyframe, then go to around 10 seconds, and for the X parameter, instead of 960, type here 1500. And now when we hit 0 in the finals, we have also this cool movement of our shapes. Now let's create shadows for this text 01 plus elements, hit Ctrl plus D. I will rename this one to text 01 plus elements shadow, something like this. Okay, and then go here in the effects and preset, find here fill effect. Okay, drag and drop onto the shadow composition. Make sure to delete also this glow effect. For the color, let's find here black color, and also find next effect, CC radial fast blur. Also drag and drop onto the shadow composition, and for the center let's go maybe upper left corner, something like this, and for the amount I will do to around 90. You can also play around here with the options. For me it's okay to leave it to around 90%. Also what you can do is to hit T on your keyboard for opacity, and you can lower down strength of these shadows according your needs. I will do to around 70%. And now when we hit 0, this is looking really awesome and creative in the finals. Now let's create also another duplicate of this text 01 plus elements. I will close this effect control for now. Let's hit Ctrl plus D, and then move this one all the way below this shadow composition. This is gonna be text 01 plus elements background. Hit P for position. Make sure to hit on this little stopwatch to unselect all of those keyframes, and hit again P for position, and find here 3D options. If you can find 3D options, just hit here toggle switches and modes, and turn on 3D option for this text 01 plus elements background. And now let's type for the Z parameter minus 1375. Okay, and as you can see, this already is looking cool. Also hit here again on these toggle switches and modes, and find blending mode overlay. Awesome. Hit Ctrl plus D once again, and this is looking cool. Now what we can do for the final step is to duplicate this background solid layer once, hit Ctrl plus D, and then find here pen tool. Make sure that second background layer is selected, and let's now draw a mask, something like this. Okay, hit here on this background solid layer again, hit F3, and let's change start color to maybe this pinkish color here on this background solid layer. Hit OK, and also what we can do, hit M for mask, double M, and for the mask feather let's do 250. And now in our finals, when we hit 0, our scene is looking really cool, really interesting, and really awesome. Okay, what we can do also is to create adjustment layer. Go right click, find here new adjustment layer. This is gonna be light sweep. Okay, you can also go here in the effects and preset, find light sweep effect, drag and drop onto the adjustment layer, of course, and here you can play around if you want to emphasize parts of this final composition. I will do for the edge intensity and edge thickness 0. Okay, maybe for the direction type here 61. Okay, for the width let's do maybe to around 200, and for the sweep intensity let's do around 10. Also for the center, do something like this. You can play around with the options until you're satisfied with your final results. Just play around. As I already mentioned, everything here is pretty much up to you. You can also add vignette. Go right click, find here new adjustment layer also. This is gonna be vignette. Okay, go in the effects and preset, find vignette effect, drag and drop onto the adjustment layer, And basically here you can play around with the darker shades, with the edges and everything else. Hit 0 on your keyboard, and for me this is looking great, and you can render out this awesome project. What you can do also is to add turbulent displays on shapes if you want to make further adjustments, but for me this is looking cool. Alright guys, that was everything for today's tutorial. Like always, I hope you learned something new. If you liked this video and found this video helpful, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and also turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of my future content. Also take a look on my channel, on my profile, for even more great content like this. And until next time, stay creative and bye bye!